This week,
Boys basketball has a record-setting season.
ceramics class makes pottery.
BPA brings home state medals.
Tune into a local record shop.
And the best musicians clash at Battle of Bands.
All that and more on the Warrior Weekly. Good morning, Warriors, and welcome to this week's edition of the Warrior Weekly, presented by Warrior Student Media. I'm Ellie Machashik.
And I'm Maggie Machashik. This week, BPA sweeps the competition at state. We head to a music shop in McHenry and rock out at Battle of Bands.
But first, our boys basketball team made the most wins in McHenry basketball history. The 2023-2024 boys varsity basketball team ended off their season with an historical playoff run. MCHS's boys basketball team hadn't made it to a sectional game since 1976, but this year everything changed. Coach Corky Card explains how being a new coach here at MCHS has been a great experience for him.
Yeah, it's about as much fun as it gets coaching basketball. Great group of kids, good coaching staff. Doesn't get any better than this.
Caleb Jett explains how growing up with many of the same teammates on and off of the basketball court has led them to success as a team.
He's really pushed all of us to be better, not just like on the court but off the court, and we've all gotten closer.
Both Caleb and Coach Card believe that this year's team had a lot of positive and motivating moments that led this year's season to end off in an extreme high note.
And so the season has been obviously successful-wise from the win-loss part, but also just watching the kids grow together, and it just kids that sacrifice for each other is what you're looking for, and that's what these guys have done all year. That's really what's like to the success.
I think this season went really well. Definitely how we expected. We were all pretty confident about how we were going to do this year, and yeah, we're all pretty happy how we performed.
Congratulations to the boys varsity basketball team for making this year's season historical. Reporting for the Warrior Weekly, we're Emberlyn Carlson, McKenna Harvey, and Ari Jorges. Have a great week, Warriors.
Congratulations to the boys basketball team on their historic run.
Now, in the art pathway at MCHS, students can design and create their own pottery and ceramics.
In the art room on the third floor of the upper campus, students can find the ceramics class, one of the most niche classes that MCHS has to offer. Art teacher Ms. Barb Drufke explains the ins and outs of one of the most unique classes in the department.
Ceramics and sculpture is a class where you get to work with a variety of different clay types. So some of the clay goes in the kiln, some of it air dries, some of it is oil based, so it stays wet, the entire time. We also do sculptures in here, so it's not just limited to working with ceramics. Right now we're working on a peace and forgiveness assignment, so students were to plan out an artwork that they would create to give as a peace offering potentially to somebody. So, another benefit is students get to work with their hands, so it's a little bit different than, we're used to drawing or writing. We get to build with our hands in this class, so I think students benefit from that.
Senior Mia Wigington, one of the students who has taken 4 years of art at MCHS, details the biggest project of the year.
I really liked the most recent one that we're doing. It's, taking items that are like just junk, like, cans and bottles and just, junk stuff and making it into a sculpture, because I think it's really cool.
While many students may not think of ceramics as a class for them, this class is open for all students who love to be creative.
Students should take this class because it's fun, especially students who are visual types of students and like to work with their hands. Also, if they want to go into a career in the arts, this is a great class to learn about form and different three-dimensional materials.
Students interested in taking ceramics or any of MCHS's art classes should talk to their counselor. Reporting for the Warrior Weekly, we're Kylie Chanowski, Allie Casey, and Emily Ostrander.
Next, a rising club at MCHS, Business Professionals of America, recently competed the state competition.
The students of BPA annihilated the competition, taking home awards in a number of categories.
2 weeks ago, McHenry High School's BPA chapter traveled to Oak Brook to compete at the Business Professionals of America State Leadership Conference. BPA advisor Nick Valenciano explains the event.
So the BPA State Leadership Conference is the second competition of the year, and it has more than 1,000 students from about 50 high schools across the state of Illinois, all competing to earn a shot for the National Leadership Conference.
As well as a competition, the event served as an opportunity for students to gain real-world experience, network, and make new friends.
I just hope they got experience in front of judges, experience networking with other students, and experience seeing how other schools do their BPA projects, tests, presentations, so that they can be stronger for next year. From a social perspective, it's all about connections, and I think our group of 34 students over the weekend made connections with one another. There were so many kids that didn't know each other before the weekend, and by the end of the weekend, they were fast friends. So that was really cool to see that the kids got together and created some hopefully long-lasting friendships.
Junior Grace Hunt participated in multiple events and qualified to attend the national conference. She shares her favorite parts of the weekend.
It was really cool to be able to meet other kids from other schools, see a bunch of other students, and just get excited about competing and winning a lot of awards for our school. It was really fun to go with the other BPA members, and we all were able to bond, and we had a lot of free time, especially in between competitions. We got to go shopping, had a great dinner together, and overall it was a really memorable weekend.
Valenciano could not be more proud of his students as he looks towards the future of McHenry's BPA chapter.
Oh man, this year is just the beginning. We had 34 kids in our inaugural year. 10 kids made it to nationals. 13 kids made it on stage. I think we have big things to come as student gets more experience. As students start to get into different events and diversify our event selections, I think the sky's the limit for our club here at MCHS.
Congratulations and good luck to all who qualified for the national competition in May. Reporting for the Warrior Weekly were Alex Julio, Rylan Davis, Carter Neiman, and Caden Bunting.
Now, the oldies are making a comeback in McHenry, so we headed to the local music store Sound Records to see what the buzz is all about.
In the heart of downtown McHenry lies the sanctuary for music enthusiasts, a haven where vinyl crackles, CDs gleam, and the rhythm and nostalgia echoes the aisles. Sound Records is owned by a couple, Bill and Jennifer Lindquist, who both share an immense love for music and specifically the importance of having music stores in communities. Here, Warrior Student Media had the opportunity to interview the couple to ask them what does having a music store add to McHenry.
Ultimately, I think your music store is no different than a place to go to make a connection with complete strangers or with loved ones or family. Music seems to be the place where people can find peace, no matter what the situation is, either it's aggression or it's sadness, whatnot. So it's cool when people come in the door, you can see that they're in here for two reasons. One, to just get away from where they were at, decompress, shop, have peace.
It's their therapy.
And also to provide something for people.
Siren is just known for selling audio, but creating as well. The couple believes that it's a duty as a record store to find and or support local talent within its area. Bill explains further on this idea.
And there's a lot of good talent, there's a lot of stuff. I do believe that almost every local store should kind of scour their local communities and that and see what's out there, what musicians, what younger individuals, older individuals, who has what, give them the opportunity to have their product in a store. So we do like to do that quite a bit. We do have a label, so if somebody that we feel is a positive, and we'd like to offer them the ability to record and do things and branch out.
With having a business as a couple, the Lindquists describe how their system is to run Siren as a family.
We've been at it for going on 11 years. We've been together for 20-something years?
24.
24 years. Everybody needs a break. One day you did the wrong thing and we're at each other's necks, and the next day everything's hunky-dory and you're peaceful. Mm-hmm. But the reality is owning a store and working together as a husband and wife, it's no different than coming home as a husband and wife.
We want to thank the Lindquists for giving Warrior Student Media this. We hope that Siren Records continues to be a staple in McHenry's wide variety of local businesses. Reporting for the Warrior Weekly, we are Dennis Turcan, Aaron Duarte, and Lex Bach.
Finally, this past Friday, MCHS supported McHenry musicians and jammed out at the annual Battle of the Bands event.
On Friday, March 1st, the annual Battle of the Bands competition was held at McHenry Freshman Campus. Many bands of talented musicians performed for the crowd and made the night one to remember. Max Miller and Ethan Lichter of No Clue, a crowd favorite, shared what really hyped them up for that night.
I was most excited for just getting up there, being in front of everyone, and basically just playing for everyone. The excitement and the energy is really what gets me going. Just seeing everyone in the crowd getting excited.
My favorite thing, definitely playing music for the people. Definitely having people enjoy it. You know, as soon as we pulled out the Foo Fighters song, everyone knew it, everyone went crazy. It was great. It was a great time.
Not only is Battle of the Bands a place to hear some great music, but it is also a way for musicians to meet new friends and form new bonds. No Clue enjoyed all the small things leading up to that night.
It's a great thing to get people together and bonding. Definitely a lot of way to get exposure if you're thinking about starting your own band or if you already have a band. Definitely participate. Great way to meet new people and new friends.
The bands that played on Friday night worked hard to make their performances leave an impact and make the crowd go electric. Gabriel Santos, the man behind the winning band Happy Accident, practiced his music to ensure his performance was a hit.
I'm lucky enough to have a PA system in my garage. I just practiced every single night and got myself hyped up and ready to be in front of a crowd. It's just practice, always.
Performing in front of a band can be nerve-wracking, especially as a one-man band, but Santos was surrounded by those who support him and it pushed him to perform his best.
I gotta say, getting the chance to be here, not even as a performer, just to be in the crowd when this happens is such an amazing moment for me, because there's so many people that I care about and people that I love to be around that are here, and to enjoy music from people that I know, that I see in the hallways every day, is the most amazing thing. And again, stuff like this is what compels me to want to go to Battle of the Bands every year.
Good job to all the bands that performed, and congrats to Happy Accident for taking the win at Battle of the Bands. Reporting for the Warrior Weekly, we are Colin Chanowski, Coco Levesque, Emmanuel Sanchez, and Gavin Alaric.
That's all for today's show. Be sure to follow the Warrior Weekly on all social media platforms, including Twitter, Insta, and TikTok.
For Maggie McHenry and all of Warrior student media, I'm Ellie McHenry. Have a great week, Warriors!